Yes, our favorite chapter, that is carbon, which is not going to leave us until our 10th standard as well. So we are doing carbon, an important element, where we have already completed with the characteristics of, we have done with the basics of carbon. We've understood how carbon bonds with each other, what are the allotropic forms of carbon. We've studied about the crystalline and the non-crystalline form. We were already complete with hydrocarbons. Now we are going to do about the chemical properties of carbon, which we were talking about. So I think the last thing which we did was, just give me a minute, please. We were talking about how carbon dioxide gas is made in the laboratory. We also studied about the physical and chemical properties. And I think we also completed with the more chemical properties of carbon, isn't it? We've done with these equations. Do you all agree? These equations are not there in the textbook. I'd ask you to write it down in the notebook as well. Everybody's done till here? Clear with this? Any questions till here you have? Any questions till here? This was an easy topic what we did last time. All right. Moving ahead, now we are going to understand the uses of carbon dioxide gas. Few uses I'm pretty sure you all can list down. कुछ यूज तुम लोग को आता है क्या हो सकता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का यूज व्हाट आर द यूजेस कम ऑन टेल मी थिंक एंड टेल मी trees don't actually okay let's take one of that use trees exhale okay for photosynthesis for fire extinguisher very good plants inhale okay fuel for fire extinguisher one thing okay now I get this answer carbonated drinks or aerated drinks were the first thing which I was expecting from you guys everybody likes that right so the first common use is carbon dioxide is used to make aerated drinks and if you've heard about solid carbon dioxide have you ever heard about solid carbon dioxide solid carbon dioxide is basically is used in cold storage and is also used to keep milk and milk products frozen to keep the substances cool during transportation. Here, yes, dry ice. Yes, you're correct. So here, solid carbon dioxide, that is dry ice, is used to keep the milk and milk products frozen. And it also gives us a special effect during that movies and theaters. See, milk and milk products को refrigerate करने के लिए हम solid carbon dioxide use करते हैं. It's also used for getting special effects of mist in dramas and movies. We all have seen that, right? Yes, it gets a little burning effect. So this is what we have seen in movies, how they give us the appearance of a romantic song or sometimes horror and all these kind of machines, right? It is also used for now carbon dioxide, as we all know, it is there in fire extinguisher because fire extinguishes fire with the help of carbon dioxide gas. But actually, it is not storing carbon dioxide in it. We'll come to that also, how fire extinguisher uses carbon dioxide. So this becomes one of the use of CO2 obtained by the chemical reaction, which is kept under pressure in fire extinguishers. Then liquefied carbon dioxide gas is used to remove caffeine from coffee. It is used in one of the industrial processes where coffee is being made. So to remove caffeine from coffee, we use liquefied carbon dioxide gas. And plants also uses carbon dioxide gas to for photosynthesis. Liquefied carbon dioxide is also used as a solvent in modern eco-friendly projects. And plants uses CO2 in air for down for carbon dioxide. Okay, see, whenever I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes my internet connection becomes a little unstable because of which my voice might crack a bit. So do not worry. Do not worry. I come to know when this is happening. So whenever this happens, I either stop talking or I'll repeat the same thing again, which is missed. So you don't have to worry. Got my point? So we were talking about uses of carbon dioxide gas, where we spoke about the first use being carbon dioxide used in making aerated drinks, and solid carbon dioxide is used in cold storages for transportation of milk and milk products. Carbon dioxide is also obtained by the chemical reactions in fire extinguisher. Liquefied carbon dioxide is used to remove caffeine from coffee. Caffeine is the drug which is present in coffee, which gives you the kick which usually people have after having the coffee. No, you don't have to write all this because it is nicely given in textbook page number 146. Aerated means carbonated, where carbon dioxide gas is there. Soda. Daniel, I don't know what question you are asking. Aishwarya, you got your answer. Aerated means where soda is present. Soda is basically this carbon dioxide gas in liquid. Mist is the appearance of a smoky effect given in movies. See here, liquid. The fifth point which we are talking about. No, caffeine is not sugar. Caffeine is not sugar. Caffeine is the drug which is present inside coffee. It's the content. And fifth point, which is used as a solvent. Liquid CO2 is only the example. Liquid CO2 is used as a solvent, is a solution for dry cleaning processes. Sometimes they use petroleum, if you know, kerosene, petrol are being used. There they use liquid CO2 as well. Pure soda is, yes, liquid. No, caffeine is not present in soda. Normal soda does. Soda means what? You know what's the meaning of soda? Soda is basically carbonated drinks. You can say it is still water or sparkling water. So sparkling means where there is soda present. There is caffeine, but sometimes we need to get rid of that, then we do it. See what you are mixing two things together. What's happening here? You know that soda, plain soda अगर बोलेंगे ना तो सिर्फ carbon dioxide and water है. But your different drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Red Bull, all these things have different more ingredients apart from carbon dioxide. Yes, the soda is used in soft drink. So if you are aware, there is a soda making machine which is easily available in the markets, which can be used at home, where you just keep water in that machine, press the pump, it pushes carbon dioxide inside the water, it becomes soda. So the soda can be easily made at home with the soda making machine also. So it's only carbon dioxide which is put inside it. Caffeine is not harmful. Everybody has tea and coffee every day. So something in more excessive quantity is definitely harmful. Yes, caffeine is the one which helps us the neurological effect to our body. It stimulates the brain cells, which keeps us awake, is what is. Then there's a variety of processes. You see, एक term use किया है. It's a full process which is happening where one of the ingredient used is liquid CO2. Soft drink कोई भी type का हो सकता है. Like if there's an orange soft drink, they have to do add preservatives of orange. If there is a thing like Coca-Cola, they do add some blackening thing. So variety of things apart from soda, that is carbon dioxide and water. This carbonated drink has really kept you engaged in the lecture today. Huh? So is the confusion clear with the concept of uses of CO2? Shall we move ahead and understand how a fire extinguisher is used? All right, now fire extinguisher is also very important and interesting. I'm pretty sure every one of us have seen the fire extinguisher, but we definitely do not know how to operate it. Yes, we don't know how to operate it. Let's try to understand how the fire extinguisher works. A fire extinguisher, students, basically contains sodium bicarbonate powder inside it. When you use the fire extinguisher, actually carbon dioxide gas comes out, which extinguishes the fire. But inside the fire extinguisher, we don't have carbon dioxide gas. There's this fire extinguisher. Can you see the diagram here? You see the diagram here, right? Inside the fire extinguisher, we have kept powdered sodium carbonate, whose formula is NaHCO3. Sodium bicarbonate. So now again here there is a dilute sulfuric acid inside the capsule. Small capsule is there, glass capsule, जिसके अंदर हमने sulfuric acid store किया, which is H2SO4. I've just started with the fire extinguisher, do not worry. So there is this this is the diagrammatic representation of a fire extinguisher instrument here. This is the internal structure. We have here at the bottom part, as you can see, is a powdered sodium bicarbonate. There is this yellow color capsule, can you see? Which is this is containing sulfuric acid. When you press the knob, this capsule breaks. When I press the knob, the capsule breaks. And as soon as the capsule breaks, the sulfuric acid comes in contact with the sodium bicarbonate, and two of them react chemically to release the carbon dioxide gas. And this is when there is a chemical reaction happening in a fire extinguisher and carbon dioxide gas is given out. And that is how the carbon dioxide gas extinguishes fire. Here the yes. The red color which is shown here is powdered CO2, NaHCO3. So now basically here a chemical reaction is happening between sodium bicarbonate and sulfuric acid, which we need to learn. So let's see how the chemical reaction is happening. Here you can see the actual fire extinguisher. No, CO2 is not actually present inside the fire extinguisher. These two chemicals are stored. So CO2 based fire extinguishers do not cause corrosion. They are non-conductors of electricity. Therefore, they are used when electric and electronic equipments also catches fire. That is the purpose of using such instrument. And CO2 based fire extinguishers are only used to extinguish small scale fire. Because CO2 does not support burning. No, it extinguishes fire. It's the property of CO2. It will not be able to extinguish big fire. So you don't see firemen, people using a fire extinguisher and trying to extinguish fire. Isn't it? So in modern fire extinguisher, basically they've come up with new technology. This is a very traditional technology which has been used before. In modern fire extinguishers, liquid and solid CO2 is filled under pressure. Yeah, see Daniel, that's what I'm saying. No, that was an age-old technique which we are teaching you. Here now they have started using liquefied and solid CO2, and under pressure they keep it so that when you press the nozzle, so when you reduce the pressure, it becomes gaseous and comes out forcefully through the horn-like pipe, which is called as a hose pipe. Got my point? But let's see what's the chemical reaction happening in the fire extinguisher. What is the formula of sodium bicarbonate? Come on, tell me. What's the formula of sodium bicarbonate? NaHCO3, very good. And it is going to combine with sulfuric acid, जिसका formula है H2SO4. Very nice. All my intelligent batch of students here. Now tell me at least one product everybody should be able to tell me. क्या बनेगा इसमें? One product, yes, carbon dioxide. Very good. Everybody knows कि carbon dioxide तो बनने ही वाला है because carbonate है reactant में. Apart from carbon dioxide, what do you think will be formed? Very good, Razeen. Very nice. Vaishnavi, very good. Yes, Mubarak. A lot of students, almost everybody. Very good, Riddhi. Everybody is able to answer. One product is sodium sulfate because sodium is positive, sulfate is negative. So apart from sodium sulfate, we have one more, that is water, because hydrogen did not form any product, and carbon dioxide gas. Well, aren't these reactions easy now for all of you? You all are able to do the chemical reaction. Tell me the truth. Are you all able to try it on your own? Very nice. And do let me know whenever you feel I am little bit moving fast. You can let me know. I will slow down, repeat it again. No, now we have Jay. We have this new technique where we can use all this. So is the regular fire extinguisher clear to everyone? Please write this equation in your notebook and then balance the equation. I think already I gave the balancing. Tirth, I saw you. I might have missed your message. I don't know, what did you ask? Can you ask me again? And others can please write this reaction. Oh, Tirth, I'm so sorry. I might have missed that. But I'm really happy. You checked whether you got the correct answer or not. Tirth, did you check you got the correct answer? If it's correct, then very good. Very nice. Are you all trying? Rishika, I'm not able to understand where you are telling me there are 3 hydrogens. Already finished. Let's see whether you all have got this balancing or not. Let's check. Na1 on left hand side, Na2 on right hand side. So I'll put 2 here, because of which H becomes 4. Do you all agree? H becomes 4 on the left hand side. Those who have not understood the balancing can see here. Starting from left to right. Left में sodium 1 है, right में sodium 2 है. So I'm going to put 2 here. Can you see 2 I have put in front of sodium bicarbonate? Because I put 2 here, this H becomes 2 plus more 2 here. So total 4. So now here I'm going to put 2 more. Agreed? Oxygen कितना हो गया अभी? Oxygen total product में हो गया this 4 plus 2 plus 2. How much it is? 8. Total becomes 8. Let's come to the left hand side and check. It is 4 plus 3, 7. It's not balanced. How can I make it 8 now? Let's see for 2. Yes, very good. Already carbon भी 2 है यहाँ पे. Carbon को 2 बना के check करो. Now is the equation balanced? 3 2s are 6 plus 4 10 in the reactant. 4 5 6 plus 4 10 in the product. So our equation is balanced. Everybody got this correct? Very good. So now we know that many types of fire extinguishers are used, like I discussed before. ये तो age old technique था जो हमको सीखना जरूरी था. Shall we move ahead now? You want me to explain the balancing once again, or you want me to explain the reaction? Ankita and Sai. Sorry, others, please cooperate. Few students want explanation again. I'll have to do that. Balancing, all right. Carbonate, we get carbon dioxide gas and sodium sulfate and water. See, sodium on left hand side is 1, on right hand side is 2. So we first make it 2 here. Is this 2 clear here in front of sodium? अभी सोडियम आगे हमने 2 डाला है, राइट? इसके वजह से H कितना हो गया? H has become 2 here plus 2 this side, or I can put 2 here. And I hope you all are able to see the cursor of the mouse. So when I'm showing something, can you see the cursor of the mouse? No? Okay. So अभी ये यहाँ पे 4 हो गया हाइड्रोजन, और हाइड्रोजन यहाँ पर भी 4 हो गया, 2 सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट में और 2 सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड में. Now because I put 2 here, this carbon has also become 2, no? See, this carbon has also become 2. So let's put 2 carbon in the product. 2 carbon यहाँ पे. And remember one thing, जब ऑक्सीजन हर एक रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट में होता है ना, तो उसको सबसे लास्ट बैलेंस करना है, बिकॉज वो ऑटोमेटिकली बैलेंस हो जाता है. So you should leave oxygen as it is. First try to balance everything else. Everything else has now got balanced. Let's check oxygen now. रिएक्टेंट में कितना है यहाँ पे देखो, O3 into 2, तो कितना हो गया? 6. सोडियम बाइकार्बोनेट के पास 6 ऑक्सीजन, सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के पास 4 ऑक्सीजन, तो टोटल कितना हो गया रिएक्टेंट में? 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 has become 10. Very good. Product में 4 for sodium sulfate, 2 for water. That makes 8. I'm sorry. 4 plus 2 makes 6. Plus carbon dioxide के पास भी become 10. So it is balanced again. Is my voice breaking? Yes, it might be, because now my internet is showing it's unstable. Now do you hear me? Everybody understood the balancing now? Am I audible now? All right, so we'll move ahead. We'll move ahead and understand the most important carbon compound and the first member of the alkane series, that is methane. Let's first start with the basis of methane. Basics में तुम लोग ये मुझे बताओगे, what's the formula of methane? Very good. Methane का formula is CH4, molecular mass is 16. I hope everybody knows the molecular mass कैसे calculate करना है. Good, very good. So molecular mass हो गया. Occurrence. Let's see, where do I find this methane? Now this methane, my dear students, Occurs in the form of natural gas to the extent of 87%. Very good, Sahil. So it occurs in natural gas to the extent of 87%. Decomposition of organic matter in the absence of air. When I use the word absence of air, we can also term it as anaerobic respiration. Okay, anaerobic. So in the organic matter ka decomposition also gives us methane gas. Methane gas is also present in biogas. Here, the biogas plant, which we'll study in the later part of the chapter. Methane is found in coal mines as well. Very good, Soham. Methane is also found in marsh places. Marsh means a muddy place, as you can see here. Methane is also found at the surface of marshy places. That is why another name for methane is also called as marsh gas. Another name for methane is marsh gas or marshy gas. On heating a mixture of hydrogen and carbon monoxide at 300 degrees Celsius in the presence of nickel, which is acting as a catalyst, methane gas is formed. So remember this combination. Carbon monoxide is CO plus hydrogen, which is H2. When they both combine, we get methane, which is CH4 in the presence of catalyst, which is my nickel. Have you heard about the term called as catalyst? Catalyst is the one which participates in a chemical reaction by speeding up the process. Catalyst nickel क्या काम करेगा? Reaction को quickly complete करेगा, but itself will not participate in the reaction. Without itself participating in the reaction, the one which speeds up the reaction is called as a catalyst. Is the term catalyst clear to everyone? Got it? Okay. Next, let's see the same reaction here. CO, carbon monoxide, plus hydrogen. This is only for your information. You don't have to write this. Nobody is going to ask this reaction. 300 degree nickel catalyst will give me methane plus oxide water being formed in the equation. Carbon monoxide plus hydrogen at 300 degrees Celsius in the presence of nickel catalyst will give me methane plus water, and when we balance this we get. The last place where I find methane is fractional distillation of natural gas. Gives methane in pure form. Now to understand this point, first of all, tell me, have you ever heard about the term called as distillation? क्या distillation के बारे में हमने पहले सुना है? What's the meaning of distillation? Come on, tell me, who can explain distillation? Separation. Separation of what? Separation of what? Boiling of liquids. Very good, Daniel. A lot of answers I'm getting. Mixed answers, not precise. Let me tell you a simple term of distillation. Separation of two liquids. It's basically separation of two liquids which are having difference in boiling point. For example, मेरे पास दो liquid है, A and B. समझो A liquid का boiling point है 100 degree Celsius, B liquid का boiling point है 200 degree Celsius. If I want to separate both of them, what will I do? I will boil both the liquids. When I boil both the liquids, what is going to happen? जैसे 100 degrees reach होगा, the liquid A, which is having boiling point of 100, will start boiling and evaporating. फिर वो वेपर्स को हम अलाउ करेंगे पास होके and move into a bent tube and fall into the other tube, and by the process of condensation. Condensation का मतलब क्या होता है? Vapors getting converted into liquid again. Condensation means vapors getting converted into liquid again. So हम वो liquid जो boil हो जाएगा उसको condense करके test tube में collect करेंगे. So in this way we are able to separate two liquids. Yes, fractional distillation is what is separating two liquids with very closer boiling points. Exact same, it's very difficult to separate, but closer boiling points may, when I have 2 or 3 more liquids and we have 2-4 tubes connected, and when this separation happens, we call it as fractional distillation. Distilled water is pure water with pH 7. Did you all understand the term fractional distillation of natural gas? Gives methane in the pure form. So we were talking about occurrence of methane. First thing we said, methane occurs in natural gas. Decomposition of organic matter, which is anaerobic, gives us methane. Methane is also produced in biogas. coal mines, marshy places, and the equation which I'm showing you here, carbon monoxide plus hydrogen also gives us methane, and fractional distillation of natural gas gives us methane. Everyone, I want you to read all the points once. I want everyone to read the points once again. See, if you repeat something again and again, it becomes easy for you. Last point, I'll just give you a quick recap of what exactly is the meaning of fractional distillation. It's basically a separation mixture. You can say different liquid mixtures into small, small fractions. And it is done by differences in the boiling points. So different fractions can be collected. Distillation means separating liquids with difference in boiling points. Separating liquids with difference in boiling points is called as distillation. Marshy places means muddy places where a lot of mud or everything you can find. I'll just show you the picture of marshy places. This is how marshy places looks like. Got it, everyone? Did you all read once again? Occurrence, because it's very important to be asked in the exam. We have to study 3 important points related to methane. First is occurrence, then is physical and chemical properties, then is uses. These all can be asked in the exam, so I want you all to be clear with the points. As we'll be trying to finish the chapter today or maybe next week, and your exams will be a little later. So till then, I don't want you to forget whatever we have done. There will be no point or then doing so much of mehnat now. Catalyst is the one which takes part in the chemical reaction, or you can say which increases the speed of reaction without itself undergoing any change. Daniel, what did you ask me? I did not get your question. Razin, it's toxic to breathe. In small quantities, it is okay, but higher concentration will be definitely not good for us. Daniel, what's your question? No, you don't have to write this. Which one you were asking me? What you want to ask me? What is not reacting? If their properties merge with each other, they will definitely react. No, catalyst will not react. So catalyst is chosen in such a way that it will not take part in the chemical reaction. That is why a special term is given to it, no? That will not participate. That's the nature, or you can say that's the property of that substance acting as a catalyst. That is how it is existing in nature. Shall we move ahead with the physical properties of methane now? Sometimes it's wrong. So let's understand the physical properties of methane. These all you will have to learn, students. These are values. Yes, Sakshi. Melting point of methane is minus 182.5 degrees Celsius. Boiling point is minus 161.5. We all know it's a colorless gas because we don't see it. The density of liquid methane is less than that of water. Density of methane is less than that of water. Methane gas is sparingly soluble in water. It is sparingly means partially, not completely, partially soluble in water. It is highly soluble in organic solvents like gasoline, ether, and alcohol. I think the word alcohol did not come here. Gasoline, ether, and alcohol. Methane exists in gaseous state at room temperature. Which liquid you are asking me density? Ether is an organic compound. Have you heard about a term called as acetone? तुमने acetone के बारे में सबने सुना है, right? Acetone is a a group of organic compounds which belong to the category of ketone. Acetone is nail polish remover, students. Acetone is nail polish remover. तो एसीटोन है ना, वो कीटोन की फैमिली को बिलोंग करता है. ऐसे बहुत सारी फैमिलीज है कार्बन की, जिसमें से एक कीटोन है, एक ईथर है, एक एस्टर है, एक एल्डिहाइड है, which we'll study next year. So this year you just read the name: gasoline, ether and alcohol. Yes, aldehydes. Ketone will come, we'll study this next year. Daniel, ये ग्रुप है कार्बन कंपाउंड्स का. Hydrocarbons are further extended into different functional groups like alcohol, aldehydes, carboxylic acids, ketones, esters, ethers. We'll study about them next year. Understood about the physical properties? See, these are basic terms which you need to remember. Physical properties से हम आगे बढ़े. Let's go to the chemical properties now. Chemical properties of methane. First, we'll study the reaction. Methane is highly inflammable. It burns by reacting with oxygen to give us a bluish flame. In this reaction, 213 kilocalorie per mole, it's the unit of heat, is given out. Methane burns completely. Have you ever seen methane gas burning? Come on, tell me. किसी ने भी देखा है methane? कहाँ देखा है तुमने methane को burn करते हुए? Yes, it's in your household. The fuel which is there in your kitchen. It's not only methane, it's a combination of different alkane series. वो जो लिक्विफाइड पेट्रोलियम गैस एलपीजी जो हमारे सिलेंडर में आ रहा है, it's a combination of methane, butane and propane. That's in the liquefied form there. When you switch on the gas comes out and you can see on the burner a nice blue flame coming out, isn't it? So let's see the chemical reaction. Okay, now a good question somebody asked me. LPG is alkanes, yes. The question is कि हमको जो घर पे गैस मिलता है वो ब्लू फ्लेम है, और sometimes you definitely see flame as yellow also. ये दोनों कलर का फ्लेम दिखता है ना हमको, ब्लू और येलो. और sometimes have you observed in your household only, घर में utensils sometimes it becomes black from the bottom. Black हो जाता है कभी utensils, होता है ना? Okay, सबने बर्नर देखा है, गैस का बर्नर. It has a lot of holes in it. Do you agree? बहुत सारे holes है ना उसके अंदर. वो होल्स क्यों है पता है? कि जब हम लोग गैस का नॉब ऑन करते हैं तो जो गैस बाहर आ रहा है और उसके साथ ऑक्सीजन कांटेक्ट होता है. सो व्हेन देयर इज सफिशिएंट सप्लाई ऑफ ऑक्सीजन फॉर द अल्केन टू बर्न, इट विल बर्न विद अ ब्लू फ्लेम गिविंग अस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर. बट अगर समटाइम्स वहां पे जब कचरा भर जाता है, व्हेन द होल्स आर स्टक, जब होल्स कम हो जाते हैं, स्टॉप हो जाता है, तो ऑक्सीजन का सप्लाई कम हो जाता है. सो व्हेन देयर इज लेस सप्लाई ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, मीथेन does not get enough oxygen to get complete reaction, so it burns with a yellow flame. और इसीलिए तुम्हारे यूटेंसिल्स नीचे से ब्लैक हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज कार्बन बाहर आता है, फिर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर नहीं आता है. समझ में आया? So that is the reason for blue and yellow flame. So let's see the chemical equation here. Methane is CH4 plus oxygen. Always alkanes burn with oxygen to give us carbon dioxide plus water and plus heat and light. Heat तो हमको पता ही आता है reaction में. So everyone give the heading as chemical properties of methane. Write this equation and balance it. Very good, Daniel. अभी ये क्वेश्चन मुझे पूछा है कि वाटर तो नहीं आता है गैस के बाहर, तो ये वाटर का क्या होता है उस रिएक्शन में? क्योंकि मैंने बोला मीथेन जब ऑक्सीजन से बर्न होता है, वी गेट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड दैट गेट्स इवेपोरेटेड. यस, वेरी गुड श्रुति. द आंसर इज वेपर. Water gets converted in the form of water vapor. It gets evaporated. Very nice. It would have been real fun to teach you all together in the classroom. Done with the equation? Let's see. Did you all get this balancing? Everybody got this balancing? Very nice. Let's move ahead now with the second equation that is called as chlorination of methane. Let's understand the chlorination of methane here. Now, chlorination means methane and chlorine both are going to react with each other at the temperature of 250 to 400 degrees Celsius in the presence of ultraviolet rays. When I say ultraviolet light means in the form of sunlight. मतलब sunlight के presence में reaction करना पड़ेगा. The product will be methyl chloride and hydrogen. First, let us understand the equation. क्योंकि सिर्फ sentence पढ़ने से समझ में नहीं आता है. अभी ये देखो equation. सबसे पहले मैंने क्या लिया? Methane, which is CH4. It is going to react with chlorine. Chlorine का formula क्या आएगा? Cl2, because chlorine gas है. I said this should be done in the presence of sunlight. मतलब arrow पे क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? Light या sun rays. That is not mentioned now, but please mention. Light mention करो यहाँ पर. अभी यहाँ पे देखो. Methane में क्या है? CH4. So one H from here and one Cl from here will combine with each other and form what? एक H methane में से निकाल दो. Wait, I'll just show you this. It becomes very easy when I diagrammatically show this. Give me it, please. See here. Instead of writing CH4 like this, I am writing carbon with 4 bonds hydrogen. Same ही है ना, ये भी methane का ही structure है. Can you all see what I am drawing here? This is the structure of methane. Structural formula और जो ऊपर बना है वो molecular formula. It is going to combine what? Cl2. Instead of writing Cl2, मैं लिख रही हूँ Cl bond Cl. Both are one and the same thing. Do you agree? Both are one and the same thing. समझ में आया? अभी इधर देखो, ये एक H और ये एक Cl एक दूसरे के साथ कंबाइन करेगा तो क्या बनेगा? HCl. Very good. So one product which I've got here is hydrochloric acid, which is my HCl. Please bear with my handwriting on the PowerPoint. Now यार यहाँ पे देखो, ये H का जगह खाली हो गया और ये Cl भी बेचारा अकेला है तो क्या करेगा? This Cl will go and combine with this H. मतलब ये H की जगह पे कौन आ जाएगा? Cl. तो क्या बन जाएगा वो? CH4 की जगह पे बन गया CH3. Come on, come on. CH3. It's not moving only. CH3Cl. Got my point? सबको समझ में आ गया रिएक्शन? अभी सिंपल लग रहा है? I'm going to write the same thing. Methyl chloride. See, CH4 is methane. So methane में से जब एक H निकालते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं methyl. Methane से जब एक H निकालते हैं तो बनता है methyl. And there is no need to balance because it's already balanced. So it becomes methyl chloride. Got it? Everybody wrote this equation? So are we done with this? So did you all understand about methane today? We started with occurrence, physical properties, chemical properties. We're left with uses and one more small topic that is called as biogas plant, which I'll do it in the next class because today you've been very nicely listening to your teacher, very cooperative. So I kind of